Hey, what's going on everybody? I'm Primal Liquid bringing you another Borderlands 3 Legendary Weapon Guide. And today we are going to be taking a look at one of the old school classics, the Maggie. Now, this thing is a beast just like it has been in every other Borderlands game. Now, let's take a look at that damage for one. 548 times 6. Even though it's times 6, it only costs one bullet to fire, which makes this an insanely strong weapon. Of course, it's also a Jacobs, which means it does do higher critical hit damage, and critical hits also ricochet one bullet at the nearest enemy. Now, one negative that this weapon has is it will always have minus weapon damage on it. I've had at least, and I do mean at least, 10 of these now. They've all rolled minus weapon damage. So that unfortunately does seem like something that we just can't get rid of. 99% of the time it will have minus weapon accuracy as well. But let's be honest, you really don't need to be all that accurate with this thing. Its fire rate is insane and it has a very, very quick reload speed as well. Now, of course, it is basically a masher. So all you have to do is just keep mashing and yeah, it just mows things down. At least for Moze anyway. You know, Moze. Get it? Okay, yeah, it was a terrible pun, okay? Luke, I'm sorry, okay? Now, this thing is really, really good, especially due to the fact the critical hits ricochet. It's a pretty good weapon for flak. It can be beat out by some weapons, but honestly, given like the damage it does for the amount of bullets it takes, it is definitely a highly, highly recommended weapon that you go for regardless of your class. Especially for someone like Zane, who relies a lot on cold procs, or for someone like Flak, who has a way of just getting guaranteed critical hits. Of course, there's also Moze for pretty much not having to reload, so you can really just get the mashes out there and just really, really bring the rapid fire to it. But how do you get this absolutely insane weapon? Let's take a look at it, shall we? So, how do you get it? Well, the easiest way is, because it's a world drop, we can basically just abuse the Tink method. Now, Tinks were hotfixed, however, there is actually a way to basically get rid of that hotfix. You see, on Borderlands 3, the hotfix is actually applied when you're on this main menu here, which means as long as you aren't connected to the internet when you load up the game, the hotfix will actually not apply. So for example, right now I'm going to close application, so completely closing Borderlands 3. What this does is it removes the hotfix. Because the hotfix isn't actually downloaded and saved on your system, basically, we can trick the game into not downloading it at all. All you need to do is go into network and disable your internet connection. Now, whenever you load up Borderlands 3 and you get to that main menu, because you aren't actually connected to the internet, it's not going to download the hotfix, so we can infinitely farm the Tink method. Now, the reason that we're going to use Tinks is because with this method, as long as you don't have the hotfix on, basically the Tink will spawn 100% of the time in Jacob's estate. And using Tinks, you can get anywhere from like 3 to 4 legendaries per bag opening. But not only that, the Tink does also drop a lot of legendaries while he's just running around the map as well, which makes this much, much easier to get. Okay, so now that we're back at the main menu, of course, because I disabled the internet connection, we haven't actually got the hotfix downloaded. So all I'm going to do right here is continue game. I've already got the checkpoint in Jacob's estate. Once I load in, I will show you on the map exactly where you need to go though for this looting. So now that we're finally loaded into the map, this is Jacob's estate. This right here is the fast travel station where you'll spawn into the map. Simply run around all the way through the map until you get to here, which has a new use station, which is right there. From this new use station, all you need to do is head over the bridge into this little swampy area, and coming out of that little door on the side there is going to be the loot Tink. Simply throw a couple of grenades or give him a couple of shots, whichever you want to do, and he will die very, very easily. Now, the buffs on Mayhem mode for me weren't that good, so I killed him incredibly quickly. Ideally, you know, if you keep a couple of shots going on him, he will run around for a bit, dropping even more loot. So, let's take a look. I got a non-stop shield, a tri-bolt, and a stopgap. So, nothing good this time. Unfortunately, the one downside to this method is because the world drop pool is so vast in Borderlands 3, it might take you a little bit of time to get the legendary that you want. However, this is definitely the fastest method of farming legendaries in Borderlands 3. So give it a try. I hope you get what you want. It's simply that easy, guys, that easy. All you want to do now to repeat the method is save and quit. And then as soon as you load back in, you're just going to be straight back over at the new use station. So you can come straight back here and get another loot tank. But that's where I'm going to end this video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then be sure to hit that like button and leave a comment down below. Of course, if you're new around here, then also make sure you definitely subscribe for even more Borderlands 3 content. As always though, thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.